Hi, Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Hamza Noor, and here we have some questions from O Levels Mathematics 4024. The topic is vectors, and this is also relevant for IGCSE Maths 0580. And the question is from October November 2019 attempt, and the question says that in the diagram B is the midpoint of OD, and OA to AC ratio is 1 is to 3. OA vector is A and OB vector is B. Expressed as simply as possible in terms of A and or B, the vector OC and the vector CD. Alright, first thing you know that OA to AC ratio is 1 is to 3, which means that if OA is 1, then AC is 3. This means that if you combine these two components OA and AC, you will obtain the vector OA. And this also means that the vector AC shares the 3/4 part of the vector OC, and the vector OA shares the 1/4 part of the vector OC. So you can obtain two equations over here. First is you can write that OA is equal to 1/4 times of OC, and the other equation is that AC vector is equal to 3/4 times of OC. Alright, so OA vector is given A, and you need to find OC, so 1/4 times of OC, therefore OC is equal to 4A. Alright, then in part 2 you need to find the vector CD. Okay, so you need to come from point C towards point D, so you can take a route from point C to point O, and then from point O to point D. So you can break this vector CD in two components, that is CD is equal to CO plus OD. Alright, and for the part 1 you know that OC vector is 4A, so this means that CO vector will be minus 4A. The direction of the vector is now changed. And OD vector, you need to find OD vector as well. So first thing you know that point B is the midpoint of OD and OB vector is B. So this means that BD vector is also equal to B, and this means that OD vector is equal to 2B. So minus 4A plus 2B, and your answer can be like this, 2B minus 4A, or you can also write minus 4A plus 2B, same thing. Now part B is saying that P is the point on CD where CP is equal to 3/4 times of CD. Express AP as simply as possible in terms of A, N or B. Alright, so first thing is that you need to find AB. I'll just remove the previous working. You can just stop the video over here and take a screenshot if you want. Alright, which vector do you need to find? AP vector. Okay, to find AP vector you can break AP into two components, that is AC plus CP. First thing is that you need to find AC, and before the working of part 1 I made an equation over here. I made an equation AC is equal to 3/4 times of OC, and what is the vector OC? Vector OC was equal to 4A, so I can write that AC is equal to 3/4 times of OC, and OC is 4A, so 4 and 4 cancelled. This means AC is equal to 3A. Alright, and CP vector, what is a CP vector? The information is given here. CP is equal to 3/4 times of CD. And what is CD vector? CD vector you have calculated in part 1, I mean part A, 2B minus 4A, and since the CD vector is 2B minus 4A, and CP will be equal to 3/4 times of 2B minus 4A. So this will be 3/2B minus 3A. Alright, this is CP vector, and AC vector is 3A. You have just calculated. AC is equal to 3A. So how are you going to break AP into two components? This will be AP is equal to AC plus CP. Alright, so AC vector is 3A and CP vector is 3 over 2B minus 3A. So 3A and minus 3A cancel out. Therefore your final answer is 3 over 2B only. Alright, let's move to the next part. Find AP to BD ratio. Alright, AP to BD means AP over BD. You have calculated AP and BD in previous parts. AP vector is 3 over 2B. Alright, and BD vector, okay, you also know that point B is the midpoint of OD, and since OB vector is B, so BD vector is also equal to B. Alright, so BD vector is B. B and B cancel out. This means the ratio is 3:2. AP over BD is equal to 3 over 2. So the ratio is 3:2. Alright, what special type of quadrilateral is ABDP? Let me just remove the working. You can take a screenshot if you want. What is a quadrilateral? ABDP. ठीक है. So ABDP. So this looks like a trapezium because AP and BD, these are two parallel sides, and you can see that this is a height of the trapezium. So all you need to do is just write one word answer, trapezium. Alright, so here we have another question, and this is from June 2019, and this is a P2 question. In the diagram, PQ is equal to 4P, QR is equal to 3Q, and PT is equal to P plus 2Q. First thing is that you need to label all these vectors which is given, all the information which is given. PQ is equal to 4P. Okay. PQ is equal to 4P. Then QR is equal to 3Q. Alright. PT is equal to P plus 2Q. Okay. P plus 2Q. QU is equal to 2/3 of QR. 2 over 3 times of QR. Alright, so this is valuable information. QU is equal to, well, everything is valuable here, but this is one of the most important things to break the ratios, to understand the ratios and break them into different components. So QU is equal to 2 over 3 times of QR. QU is equal to 2 over 3 times of QR. What is basically QR? Here you are going to write the equation 2 over 3 times of QR. So QU will be equal to 2 over 3 times of 3Q. 3 and 3 cancel. So this means QU is equal to 2Q. I'll write it with the blue pen. And this means if this whole vector is 3Q and this QU part is 2Q, this means UR is Q. As simple as that. And PT is equal to 2 over 3 times of PS. Sahi. Express as simply as possible in terms of P, N or Q. PS vector, all you need to do is find the PS vector. So the equation is given, PT is equal to 2 over 3 times of PS. Alright, and PT is given, P plus 2Q is equal to 2 over 3 times of PS. So this is now very easy. PS is equal to 3 over 2 times of P plus 2Q. You can also leave your answer in this form, or you can expand it as well. 3 over 2P plus 3Q. Alright, both are acceptable. Okay, now all you need to do is find the vector SR. Okay, uh, okay, now in order to break the vector SR in components, you can simply take a root from S to P, then P to Q, and then Q to R. Alright, so vector SR can be written as SR is equal to SP plus PQ plus QR. Alright, so since you know that PS vector is 3 over 2P plus 3Q, so SP will be the opposite since the direction is now changed. So you can say that I'll just do the working over here. SP vector is going to be minus 3 over 2P minus 3Q, and PQ vector is given 4P, and QR vector is also given 3Q. So the thing is 3Q and minus 3Q get cancelled out. Therefore your final answer is minus 3 over 2P plus 4P, and 4 minus 3 over 2, 4 minus 1.5, and this will be 2.5, and you can write it in fractions, 5 over 2P. As simple as that. Now let's move to the next part. State the name of the special quadrilateral PQRS using vectors. Give a reason for your answer. Alright, you also need to give a reason for this. PQRNS. Okay, so this whole shape PQRS, just highlight it with other pen. PQRS. This looks like a trapezium, but why it is a trapezium? A trapezium is a shape which needs two parallel sides on like one end, unlike the parallelogram where there are basically four sides and two are parallel to each other. There are pairs of parallel sides. So in this case you have a trapezium. So PQ is parallel to SR. How do we know that? PQ vector is 4P and SR vector is 5 over 2P. This means that one vector is k times of another vector, and here you can simply state that this is a trapezium. This is a trapezium, and why it is a trapezium? Because SR and PQ are parallel to each other. SR and PQ are parallel. Alright, SR and PQ are parallel, and you can also state the reason that since SR is equal to 5 over 2P, okay, 5 over 2P, and PQ vector 4P tha 4P. Alright, so in part 3 it is said find in its simplest form the ratio PQ to SR. PQ vector is 4P. Alright, PQ vector is, okay, you need to find the ratio, right? So PQ over SR, and PQ vector is 4P, and SR vector is 5 over 2P. So P and P get cancelled out. 4 divided by 5 over 2, and this 2 comes up here. This is 8 over 5, and your ratio will be 8:5. Alright, so this was part A of this question. Now let's move towards part B. Part B is completely different, no link with the previous information. AB vector is 3, 2, BC vector is 6, minus 2, and CD vector is minus 7, minus 3. All you need to do is find the vector AD. Alright, so first thing is that you can break this vector AD into three different components, and AD will be equal to AB plus BC plus CD. Alright, all you need to do is just add these these three vectors all together. This will be 3 2 plus 6 minus 2 plus minus 7 minus 3. So 3 plus 6 9, 9 minus 7 2, and 2 and minus 2 cancelled out, minus 3 remains. AD vector will be 2 minus 3. Alright, in part 2 it is asked that find the magnitude of the vector BC. So all you need to do is just apply the formula, square root of 6 squared plus minus 2, the whole thing is squared. This will be equal to under root of 36 plus 4. This is under root 40. You can also leave your answer in this form, under root 40, or you can also show it in decimal form. Since this is a P2 question, so I can also use a calculator. This is 6.32. The magnitude of BC vector is 6.32. Alright, let's move to the next part. Given that E is the midpoint of BC, alright, find AE vector. Okay, so the first thing is just make it easier for yourself. If you have a vector BC, alright, and just draw a diagram, small, and it is said that E is the midpoint. Alright, so you can say that BE vector is equal to EC vector. You can also say that BE vector is 1 over 2 multiplied by BC. As simple as that. Alright, so BE vector is going to be you need to just multiply it by 1 over 2. You need to divide both of the components of the BC vector, the x component and the y component, with 2. So what is the BC vector actually? It is 6 minus 2, so 1 over 2, 6 minus 2, this will give you 3 and minus 1. Alright, so this is the BE vector, and you need to find AE vector. Alright, so AE can be broken into two components. AE is equal to AB plus BE. Okay, so what is AB vector? AB vector is 3 2. I'll just remove this drawing from here. I need some space to do the remaining working. And AB vector is 3 2, and BE vector is 3 minus 1. So this goes like 6 and 1. Your answer is, I'm writing with a red pen, 6 and 1. Alright, so these were two questions from O-Levels Maths Vectors that I selected for this video lecture. And stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to upload more lectures inshallah very soon. I'm uploading almost 2 to 3 lectures a day in this month of March. So I'm going to cover O-Levels Mathematics, A-Levels Mathematics, O-Levels AS and A2 level accounting. So stay tuned to my channel and do subscribe. And until next time, thank you. Allah Hafiz. Take care.